I had a patient come in the other day, her and her husband shared me on the radio, and we did a consultation, and I said, well, I'd like to go ahead and maybe do some exams, some x-rays on her. And she said, well, I'm sure you're very expensive. And I said, a year's worth of treatment in my office is less than the average one-day stay in a hospital. Wow. So there you go. Many people, a year's worth of treatment doesn't even meet their deductible for their insurance. People say, will you bill my insurance? I don't need to. It's not going to meet your deductible. Okay? So it's very inexpensive to get healthy. It's very expensive to get sick. It's a lot more fun being healthy, as you say. So the nervous system needs to be working properly. The digestive system has to be working properly. And one of the little tricks, one of many, would be apple cider vinegar. Another trick I use personally, I like to recommend, is more salt in your diet. More salt in your diet? Air-dried sea salt. Not table salt. Air-dried sea salt has over 70 vitamins and minerals in it, including sodium, natural sodium, not the processed stuff, natural sodium. Sodium is necessary to make the adrenal glands work. The adrenal glands sit right on top of your kidneys, and they produce adrenaline, which gives you what? Energy. They also produce DHEA. DHEA is the precursor to your sex hormones, testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. And as we get older, our hormones kind of droop. A lot of things droop as we get older. So we want to keep those levels high. And they also produce prostaglandins, which moderate the inflammation process in your body. Every disease known to man has inflammation in it. And adrenal glands will moderate, through the prostaglandins, the inflammatory reaction. Air-dried sea salt, natural sodium helps maintain that. Sir?
Is there a way to determine which sea salts are air-dried? Are they all air-dried, or are there only...
Air-dried sea salt isn't white. It's colored usually. It's gray, it's pink, it's black. It'll say air-dried or sun-dried on the label. Okay? And it's a lot saltier than regular salt, so be careful. Oh, this is great. So be careful with the air-dried sea salt. And that alone, and then the chloride portion becomes hydrochloric acid, which helps break down your food, which we're dropping as we get older. Make sense? Okay. And so we need a nervous system. Again, 90% of the time you don't have a pain because 90% of the nerves don't feel pain. You need the digestive system working properly, and you need to have good nutrition. And that's a key. Okay? However, if the nervous system isn't working properly, good nutrition is only going to get you so far. If you can't absorb the nutrition, it's only going to get you so far. And if we have good nutrition and the nervous system and the digestive system, now we have a plan to obtain and maintain good health. Pretty cool. So everybody talks about a plan. Paul has a plan. Obama has a plan. But now you have a plan where you can actually obtain and maintain good health on your own. Because if healthcare costs keep rising, and that's what this hospital center too, they said the reason we're doing a wellness program is we've always paid for the employees' insurance. And for the first time, we had a 28% increase from last year to this year in premiums. 28% increase in premiums. We can't afford to pay for their insurance anymore, so now they're paying for it, and they're complaining about it. I don't want to pay for my insurance anymore. Well, what can we do? What if we taught them to get healthy? Let's bring Joe in, and he can teach them. It's pretty cool. Okay? So they got it. Hopefully this is their aha moment. So now eating a good diet is going to make a big difference. Now, there's 120,000 foods that are good for you. There's 7 that are bad for you. So if I was going to give you $120,000, I want you to give me 7 back, no strings attached. Good deal?
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Everybody can do it, right? I'm not. No, okay. 120,000 good foods, 7 that are bad for you. If you can reduce those 7 foods in a day or 2, you'll see a difference. That's how quickly you'll see the change. So that's worth it, right? Willing to take a chance? Mm-hmm. Okay, how about a week? Give me a week. 1 week, cut down or cut out these 7 foods. Just for a week. That's all I'm asking. And then you can make a decision. Do I feel better? Do I have more energy? My eyes sparkle, my hair shine, my skin clears up, my bathroom better, my love life improves? If all that happens and more, then you can make a decision. Because everyone in this room seems to be very logical. This makes sense. Okay? So if I can hit you with logic, you're going to have a hard time arguing with me, won't you? Because you're basing your whole life on logic. So if I can make you 7 days is all I want. And at the end of 7 days, reevaluate and say, wow, is it worth going back to those 7 foods or not? If it is, go back. But I think of any group I've ever spoken to, you're the ones that would say, can't argue that point anymore. It makes sense. Okay? Ready for 7? Okay, want to hand out the notes? 7 foods. Alcohol, meat, they're on notes, don't worry. You don't know. It's on notes. Alcohol, meat, sugar, dairy, coffee, soda, and artificial sweetener.
Coffee.
Coffee. He said the C word.
I just do 6.
Did you say? Great point. 6 is okay. How about if you just do 1? That would be okay. I know you're not going to give up those 7 foods. Okay, I'm a realist. But I'm giving you an awareness to consider. Okay? Of the 7 foods, alcohol, meat, sugar, dairy, coffee, soda, and artificial sweetener, what do you think is the worst?
Sugar.
Sugar. Sugar.
There's a squid.
You got a winner here. Artificial sweetener.
Oh.
Artificial sweetener. Of all the foods on the market today, the artificial sweetener is the one that I'm most concerned about. A little blue packet. Okay? This has aspartame in it. Aspartame is made of 3 components: aspartic acid, phenylalanine, and methyl esters. When aspartic acid gets into your brain, it stimulates your brain. All of you right now would die if you didn't have aspartic acid in your body. However, too much aspartic acid overexcites the brain. The brain literally burns itself out. You excite your cells to death. So what if I put this in my food? It excites my brain, and brain cells start to die. We started the lecture by saying your brain controls what? Everything. So if I start killing brain cells, that may not be the best thing, would it? Okay? So let me show you how powerful this is. It's called a neurotoxin or excitotoxin. Okay? Can I borrow you? You're a big guy. Okay.
I'm trying to say.
Oh, I mean in a bad way. What's your name?
Scott.
Scott, good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, now watch what happens here with Scott. Okay. You got plenty of room. Put your arm straight out. Just one. You look silly with 2. Okay.
You're ready for the TSA.
Okay. All right, take your arm and push up hard. Push up towards Scott. Wow. Push again. Man, he's strong. A sickly old woman I can use it. No. All right, put your hand out. Just hold this. Okay? Just wrap your hand around it. Okay? Now, I'm not going to make him eat it because he's bigger than me and it'll hurt me. But what's happening now is it's being absorbed through your skin. Everything that comes in contact with your body gets absorbed into your skin. Okay? You put hand lotion on, it's oil, it doesn't evaporate, what happened? It gets absorbed. Ladies, I hope, put makeup on, right? At the end of the day, what happens? It gets absorbed into the skin. I'm talking about skin absorption. So what happened is I'm just having him hold it. Not eat it, just hold it. And when it gets into the body, it's going to get into the nervous system. And we're going to see what happens. That is over 6,000 products that have artificial sweetener in them. Okay? I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I was at the grocery store the other day, and I picked up a bottle of kids' vitamins with prehistoric cartoon characters on them. And I flipped it over, artificial sweetener. Okay? Now put your arm out. Push up real hard. Push again. Isn't that freaky? Throw that away somewhere before you get sick. He's big. He didn't even eat it. He held it in his hand. And you felt it, right? Every muscle in his body went weak. What if we would give this to a kid? What do you think would happen to the kid's brain? Okay? Not a good idea, is it? Okay? Where do we find this stuff? Soda, gum, yogurt, candy, supplements, vaccines. I can't figure out the vaccine thing. I'm sorry. That got me. I called the CDC and they like, that priority what? And I thought, why would you put this in a vaccine? Didn't make any sense to me. I guess it's a preservative. I don't know. But that's how toxic this artificial sweetener is. Now you've noticed some companies, well, new products on the market right now called Truvia and Purvia. Have you heard of these? Okay.
No.
Truvia and Purvia are made with something called what? Stevia. Stevia is a sweetener, 300 times sweeter than sugar. You can hand out some samples now. Okay, put it back. 300 times sweeter than sugar. 0 calories, 100% safe for diabetics, safe for kids. 15 years ago, I was talking about stevia, and there was a big uproar. Oh, stevia's never been proven safe. We don't know. FDA hasn't proved it. It's been used around the world for years. Okay, many, many years. Okay? Now suddenly we have companies called Truvia and Purevia coming out, made with stevia. Who do you think owns Truvia and Purevia? Any idea?
Cargill.
Who?
Cargill.
Not Cargill. No. Surprisingly. Coke and Pepsi. Coke and Pepsi own Truvia and Purevia. Why do you think that is? I have a thought. Well, my thought is that there's so much controversy over the artificial sweeteners that they're saying, wait a minute, if we make our own sweetener, we can save money, and there's no controversy over stevia. As far as I know, stevia is 100% safe. And you're going to see in the next couple of years, Coke and Pepsi, and now some countries have it already, their diet soda will be sweetened with stevia. Yeah, get them out to what they have. A little information on stevia.
Is this a good thing?
I love it. I think it's great, okay? Had it in my tea this morning, as a matter of fact. Okay?
So we can still, in your prescription, 7 deadly sins, tea doesn't hold the same status as coffee.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Right, okay?
Dr. Joe,
Sir?
this transformation from Coke and Pepsi, is that something that can something or some organization be credited with that? Some movement, some awareness?
I'd like to say it was me, but I don't think it was.
It's a response to the market, I guess.
It's a response to the market, yes. It's just a response to free market. Free market? That works. It's a response to the free market. The demand was out there. Too many people were having reactions to artificial sweetener. And the FDA, by far, nothing even comes close. The #1 product that has the most complaints with the FDA is what? Aspartame. By far. Nothing comes close. Okay? So from a business standpoint, it made sense to back away from that. Okay? So I gave you some samples of stevia. This is one company. There's a lot of companies out there. I like this one because they give me free samples. And that makes me happy. But try it. See if you like it. I love it. Okay? With kids, it's great. I carry a bag in my car. If we go out to a restaurant and there's kids there, we'll take lemon water, lemons, and stevia, mix it, make lemonade right there at the table. Safe for kids. No sugar reaction. No artificial sweetener reaction. Pretty cool. Okay? So the 7 deadly sins, of the 7 deadly sins, the worst one I feel is artificial sweetener. Now some of you may be thinking about, well, what about, oh, there's a yellow packet right there. What about sucralose? This is good, right? No. Sucralose is a chlorinated hydrocarbon. We take sugar, we go through a 5-step process, and we create something called sucralose. Sucralose, studies have shown, stimulate the estrogen receptor sites in the body, causing you to produce or react as if you had a lot more estrogen in your body. Estrogen is a growth hormone. Aside from our 11-year-old, anybody want to grow anymore? You're not going to get this way, so which way are you going to go? Study after study after study has shown that these artificial substitutes, sweetener substitutes, don't cause you to lose weight, and many studies show it causes you to gain weight. Okay? It was interesting. Years ago, I went to an AA meeting. I was dating a gal, and she told me she was a recurrent alcoholic, but I'd come to an AA meeting with her. I said, yeah, I would. Went to the AA meeting, and I saw a room full of people, several patients, by the way, trying to explain what I was doing there. Right? And a lot of skinny people drinking diet soda. I thought, they're skinny. Why are they drinking diet soda? And that's what kind of got me into my research. Aspartic acid stimulates the brain to the point where we burn out the cells. Methanol, or methyl esters, becomes methanol. Methanol is what? What alcohol? They were getting drunk at the AA meeting. They were drinking methanol. And that's what happened during Prohibition. When you couldn't buy ethanol, alcohol, you drank methanol and went blind. Okay? And methanol, by the way, converts to formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a class A carcinogenic and poisons your liver. Formaldehyde converts into formic acid, which is ant poison. So when you study